Are you ready to join the Antipants resistance? Hello there and welcome to today's video. I am Dan, your friendly indie game Viking, and in today's video we take a look at Paw 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 from Simpleton on the PC. So if you just clicked this video in search of more information about this 2D side-scrolling beat 'em up filled with fierce but furry animals, then I got you covered. Sounds like fun? Then you know what to do. Grab a cup with your favorite drink and let's jump into the story. The story starts with a calm and peaceful kingdom of Paw 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 that is ruled by a just and beloved King Bunnylord III. Sorry, it is a totally awesome name, by the way. And here the fairy tale could have ended if it was not for that rock that fell from the sky and struck right into the heart of the kingdom, turning poor old Bunnylord III into a mad king to easily match Denethor in Lord of the Rings, but with a slightly different approach to his madness. The king decided to enforce everyone to wear pants. This leading to a group that still refused to wear pants to gather under one banner. That's right, you are a proud member of the Antipants resistance. Now go forth into the world and spread the world of joyful, pantless existence. So with such a compelling story in these times of working from home and pants are sometimes the root of all evil, let's have a look at some gameplay. Like all the classics before this game, like Double Dragon, Street of Rage and Altered Beast, Paw 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 is being experienced in a 2D side-scrolling world. You start off by picking a starting Antipants hero to play, and they are divided into the basic classes like Warrior, Barbarian, Botanist and Archer. Botanist, you might be wondering, well, nothing is scarier than a well-kept garden. All have their own different playstyles, so here you can pick a hero to match your preferred playstyle. They also have their own abilities, stats, combos and weapon preferences, so if you don't immediately find a great hero, play them all and then make a decision. I started out with a warrior but later switched to Doggo the Guardian since his active skill like the Mighty Stomp, dealing 400% damage to surrounding enemies, really was amazing. The Guardian is a character you can unlock while progressing throughout the game. While there are no data about how many you can unlock, I managed to get 3 new during my playtime. The gameplay then takes you out in the world, and each portion of the map has checkpoints you have to clear to be able to progress further into the story. You can of course jump back and forth between different checkpoints if you really liked one and wanted to replay it. As any 2D side-scrolling beat 'em up, your biggest challenge is often to get into the right position to attack your enemies, and not just attack into thin air. Most enemies in this game follow a pretty simple movement pattern, but they can surprise you with a spontaneous roll from time to time. To prevent you from just button smash like a maniac, your hero has combos they can land, like press X 4 times and Y 3 times and boom, instant pain to the enemies. There will be drops of weapons and shields and other items, and they are not specifically bound to the hero class you are playing at the moment. So it's a simple way to make you feel more motivated to try out all the other classes. Each weapon has its own stats and bonuses, and you loot weapons by defeating enemies and of course bosses. Or you can buy new weapons from wandering merchants, so be sure to pick up those apples and meat and other things that drop, because that is how you get your currency. Your active skill requires juice. You might think I just made that up, but that is the correct name. That is the yellow bar below your health that fills up by fighting or chugging small, medium or large juice bottles. And beside your 2 active skills up on your left side, little icons also show you how much juice it takes to activate them. The levels are not that long, and they have added some jumping and just casually strolling along on the map to further lengthen the level. Perhaps not always needed, but a way to add a break in between your fights. And before we visit the Antipant HQ, let's have a look at some of the bosses you will face. Big Bad Pug here hangs out in the forest with his underlings, and was actually, for me at least, a bit of a challenge in the beginning. You might think that just by defeating all his underlings you can then in a calm and furry manner handle the boss by yourself, but that is not the case. New underlings will arrive after a while, so it can get pretty crowded all of a sudden. If you have no one that can join you for a local co-op to take on this foe, you can recruit more muscle in the HQ before going off to meet the boss. Sadly they die pretty fast, but they can for a short amount of time serve as a good decoy while you hop on your mount in a desperate attempt to impress the boss with your riding skills. A thing that might get you a bit frustrated is, for instance, like here, that they placed a fire in the middle of the camp, and you can easily become a bouncing ball of fur between the boss and the fireplace, all while turning into a crispy meal. Another enemy just had rooted himself at one location, intentional or not, I don't know, but that one was not as painful as the first one. But as we leave the boss defeated, we have to take a look at the Antipants HQ. It's your one-stop place to change or buy gear, buy potions, which hero to play, and of course set out your precious skill points. Later on in the game you can also buy new mounts to ride into battle, but when it comes to skill points, it's not, lucky for us, a Path of Exile kind of skill tree, but a pretty simple one where you can pick simple upgrades like more defense, more damage, or you will learn new combos if you can remember the button combination when you are in battle. So with the price of 8.99 euros currently over at Steam, what do you get for spending that precious amount of gold? You get a cute side-scrolling 2D beat 'em up with some bloody elements thrown into it all. The graphics are good, all the animals look cute, right up till you accidentally decapitate them and leave a trail of blood as you progress. The background music is on a good level, with bread and butter crazy ramp-up music while focusing on boss fights, and a bit calmer music while you just casually beat the animals into oblivion. Most attacks sound similar, so there's not much variation depending on what class you choose to play. As for replayability, there is room for that if you get swept up by the need to equip all your heroes with the new gear you find along the way. And if you get someone to play with you after you have beaten the game, there can be a good co-op moment to look forward to for both of you. You can also dive into survival mode to test how long you can survive against a horde of enemies, and the versus mode to further test your skills. But you know what? Let's not end this journey here. We have talked about the story, the awesome gameplay and the soundtrack, and also what will you get if you decide to buy this game and play it. So to give you the chance to experience even more amazing indie games, I have added another video that I think that you will love to the upcoming end screen. So I will see you there, and until next time, stay safe and stay awesome.